This is Andy Purewal for Boxing Social in association with Betfred, and I'm delighted to be joined by Dennis the Menace McCann over Zoom. Dennis, first and foremost, how are you keeping?
Yeah, good, thank you, mate. All good.
That's good to hear. Now, obviously, it's been probably just over a month or so since we obviously last spoke. How have you found kind of the time that's passed since?
Not too bad. It's obviously been very, very boring, isn't it? But I've been training all the way through and that, so it ain't been too bad. Just can't wait to get in the ring now and fight, to be honest.
We've obviously seen some lockdown restrictions eased and what have you, and we're kind of getting back to some form of a normal lifestyle. How have you found that in particular, being able to, enjoy things that you wouldn't have been able to do, those few months back?
Obviously, it's hard to get your sleeping pattern back to normal and stuff like that, isn't it? But to be honest, I've been training all the way through, so in them cases, it didn't affect me at all. But obviously, you're not supposed to be eating, and you know what I mean? Because you ain't fighting, you ain't got no fight dates. But I was training hard and stuff. But just sleeping pattern was quite hard to get back into. Um,
What was kind of your biggest cheat meal during lockdown?
Takeaway TGI Fridays, maybe.
I'm
Maybe
not.
a few sweets and a few chocolates here and there.
We'll try to make sure Frank don't see this.
And don't let me forget about the chili Doritos.
Obviously, we've been able to get
I'm back in the salads now, Lola. I'm back in the salads.
Obviously, we can see like fighters back in the gym, and now you mentioned it yourself there. How did you find kind of being able to get back into the gym for the first time and seeing the rest of the guys?
Oh yeah, it was very, very good. I'm obviously missed the lads now because we're quite a close gym. All of us, we try and better each other and that as well. You know what I mean? Most of the kids there have got more experience now because I've been there a bit longer than them, and I'll show them things that my trainer showed me when I just turned pro and stuff like that. You know what I mean? We're all just learning off each other. To be honest, we're all learning. So I'll see he do something good, I'll take that off them. You know what I mean?
When you had, your first session back, did you kind of feel a lot of like excess energy, and you just kind of those first few sessions in particular was maybe letting your hands go a bit more on the bags than what you would have done if we wasn't obviously in this predicament?
I'm gonna be honest with you. As I said already, I was training all the way through. I've got a gym out there and so it ain't really too bad. You know what I mean? I was training hard, literally all the way through. The first week and a half, I never because I got a sinus infection, and then all of a sudden, then I got towards the end of the lockdown, I got very ill. I got tonsillitis in an ambulance and all that stuff as well. I was very ill. 2 times I got ill. I got in the beginning. I just said I got sinus infection. That's only a week and a half. I never trained really. But I got a bag. I got everything in that gym. I have the running machines, bags, whatever you want. I've got it now.
Let's obviously touch on your fight date. You're fighting on August 20th on the SHARP-OFORI undercard. Just for how long, Dennis, have you been speaking to Frank and about the team about getting you onto one of the cards that have just been announced?
They contact me, to be honest. If I never got ill the other day, I would on the first one. You know what I mean? But I could have been on all the shows. I really wanted to. Really, you know what I mean? I think Frank favours me a bit. But I just can't wait to get in the ring, to be honest with you, mate. I cannot wait to get in the ring. It's just getting a bit much now, you know what I mean? All the dieting, all the training hard, all the black coffees. It's getting a bit much.
Just talk to me about kind of an opponent, Dennis. We obviously know that all the promoters are trying to make evenly matched fights, or as evenly as we can without being able to get fighters over from other countries and what have you. But we're starting to see that kind of change now. But with yourself, what have you got lined up? What has Frank said to you about potential opponents?
Well, I tried to get a few kids to fight. Ricky Little, Brian Walker, who's 10-1. No, he's 11-1. Sorry. Who else? We've had a few. Dwayne Winters try to get a few kids, and they turn it down. To be honest, quite struggling to get opponents. But maybe they might get a foreigner kid. Hopefully, I want someone with a good record, and I want a bit of a step up. You know what I mean?
Do you feel there's going to be a pressure on yourself to kind of have that step up now? I know that you won't feel it, and you've said for a while you're happy to step up whenever, but because obviously we're seeing boxing return, many boxing fans been starved for a matter of months now up until shows returned last week with Brad Foster's victory over James Beach. Do you feel there is a pressure to get into more of evenly matched contests to kind of please the audience that does watch?
No, not at all, to be honest. I'd be happy to get in the ring, get the ring rust stuff and stuff, but I just want to fight. That's all. I'm not really too worried about that. Obviously, like, I just want to get the cobwebs off and that, you know what I mean? But the better opponent I fight, the better I fight.
How?
So that's...
Sorry, mate, carry on.
Yeah, the better opponent I fight, I'll fight better myself, you know what I mean?
How does it change your preparations and your mindset, you know, having obviously a fight date to work towards, but not having a fight, an opponent announced as of yet, and as obviously as you're getting closer to the date, gives you less time to prepare for an individual. Even though you'll be in camp, you can't actually focus on little things.
Of course, yeah, but I can adapt. I can adapt very fast, so it don't really make much difference to me, you know what I mean? I can adapt to mostly every fighter, so I just you got to prepare, and you got to prepare for all different styles, even sparring. I spar tall kids, small kids. So, you know what I mean?
Dennis, obviously, it's going to be behind closed doors. We know that for the next matter of months, shows will be behind closed doors. How do you feel that you'll operate behind closed doors?
We ain't got a choice. What can I say? You know what I mean? But obviously, I'd much rather me fans. I love me fans. I love the way they cheer me on and stuff. It gives you a bit of an extra boost in it. But what can you do? We've got a fight and week. There's nothing we can do about it.
We obviously Sorry.
No, I'd love if I could get the fans in, but I think October time now they said the fans are coming back in.
Yeah, so they're looking at October time to try and start getting fans back into sporting events.
Can't wait, mate. Cannot wait.
Obviously, as I mentioned there, you know, Brad's fight with James last week. Did you catch it at all?
Yeah, what's that fight? Yeah, well, good fight. I just, I think that Brad Foster, he boxed a really, really well fight. To be honest, James Beach is a good kid, but he's a bit of a punch bag, if you ask me. I thought Brad Foster boxed the right fight and done really well, to be honest. I think he's getting better each fight. I think he's getting better and better each fight.
He obviously boxes at super bantamweight, but is that kind of someone who you may well cross paths with down the line? Obviously, only the weight division above yourself.
Yeah, maybe. To be honest, honest to God, I'll take that fight in the next 4 or 5 weeks' time. I'm very confident of that fight. But even though he's a top class operator, I think there's different gravy, mate. Different gravy.
You obviously mentioned Ryan Walker as well. There, he's actually going to be facing Lee McGregor on August 25th. What do you make of their fight?
Well, he turned the fight down with me and he to fight him away, but it's not even for a title, is it? So it don't really make a lot of sense, that fight. But I think Lee McGregor's done bigger things than fighting Ryan Walker. You know what I mean? I think McGregor will beat Walker 100%. Definitely. Maybe a stoppage.
Fighting on that SHARP-OFORI card as well, Dennis. Just talk to me about that. What are your thoughts on that bout?
Yeah, I think I've been sparring actually Sharp a couple of times now. He's unreal. He's top class. I've seen the 4-weight box. Same again. I think actually Sharp is just levels and levels above OFORI. OFORI is a very awkward fighter. As we all know, he's very awkward. He jumps in his head. He does stuff you don't even know what he's going to do. You know what I mean? He's very unpredictable. But I think Sharp will stop him, or it'll bash him, or if OFORI could make it very awkward for him. But I think Sharp is levels above. To be honest, I think he's destined for royal honours now. I reckon. Yeah.
He's certainly got a lot of potential there, Archie, and he's on the verge of competing for a world title, it seems. But Dennis, obviously, we'll leave it there now because I know you've got to get ready for your strength and conditioning session, which is on the horizon today. Before I let you go, what would you like to say to everyone who tunes in to watch our interview?
Tune in, mate. August 28th, mate. See the man McCann back in action.
Dennis, as always, it's been a pleasure to catch up with you.
Yeah, mate. Yeah.
For the rest of your preparations, I'm sure I'll speak to you soon. Thank you for speaking to Boxing Social.
Thank you very much. Cheers, mate. Thank you. Have a good one, yeah?